Anatole ran once for Paul last year. Was very exuberant, real keen, and was very enthusiastic in his jumping. He had a bit of time off after that. Hopefully he'll have a bit more luck this season. There'll be a lot of races to be won. And Twiston, hopefully a novice chaser to follow for the season. Didn't have a whole lot of luck last season, but came back to obviously running the world hurdle and travelled and jumped nicely, and hopefully it'll be a nice chaser to follow throughout the season. Andy, beautiful horse. He's stood behind me hiding somewhere. It did amazing to what he achieved in the champion bumper. Obviously looking back, maybe entry wasn't the best ideas in the world, but it's one of those things that we're very lucky in that he's a good horse, and we just thought we'd just go to the well. It's one of those now. He's had a good first start over hurdles. The race probably didn't work out to our liking. He jumped really well and kept landing up sides, and it just turned into a bit of a war, but at the same time he stripped a hell of a lot fitter from there, and hopefully going forward he'll have a really good season, hopefully end up in something like the Neptune. CAPITAN is a novice hurdler. He won his bumper really nicely. Second time out, had a good experience first time out. He's been schooling nicely at home. He's naturally a horse with a lot of pace, so hopefully it'll be a nice 2-mile novice hurdler. Yeah, another star, done wonders for my career, that fella, and a lot of time for him. He ran a blinder in the Holden Gold Cup the other day. I think obviously a step up in trip will suit him, and it's interesting to see where he can go and what he can do this season. It's an exciting one, as we haven't had I don't think they've had as much problems with him at home, so fingers crossed he'll have a good and successful season. Now he'll step up, maybe have a look at something like the Amlin Chaser Ascot, or potentially the King George. You know, it's one of those things that with the way he relaxes and jumps, it could be well worth having a try at some of those top class races. Dolas is a juvenile, so he'll be juvenile herding for the rest of the season. He seemed to take to his first opportunity really well, won nicely, and fingers crossed he's got a big season ahead of him. Give Me a Cop as a horse that came from their Aintree sale. He's a big and obviously beautiful sort of horse to look at. At the end of the day, Paul buys a lot of these horses to jump fences, so you look at him a couple of years down the line, hopefully be jumping fences and hopefully doing it to a very high standard. Politologue, a horse that's actually done very well over hurdles, won a listed hurdle at Exeter really nicely in bad ground. He ran okay in the Coral Cup, but just one of those things, he's still a raw sort of horse. He's going to improve for jumping fences, so hopefully that's a route that you will see the best of him. I'd put Southfield Theatre in there just as a horse. I think he has a big handicap in him somewhere. He loves good ground. If they get too much rain anywhere, he finds a lot more harder work. He ran a blinder in the Bet365 at the end of the season. He just got stopped at the second railway fences when Shawnee Bowen's horse fell. But it's one of those, I think there was a good race in him somewhere. At the end of the day, he's coming down to the right kind of mark and just hasn't had a whole lot of luck recently. Yeah, I couldn't ever leave the new one out of a 10 to follow. Obviously we're trying something a little bit different this year in novice chasing, but he seems to have taken to it okay. He's a star of a horse, whether he jumps hurdles or fences. Just think obviously jumping fences will open up a few more doors for him.